Today and every day, I align all of my energy, resources, thoughts, choices, and actions to create the life and living I desire. I am willing and committed to doing whatever it takes to fulfill my vision and my dreams. This is a commitment statement that I created in working on having a positive, compelling vision for my life, and then lining up everything in my life to work with that vision. Do you have a compelling vision in your life? Do you know where you want to be going? Before I really had a vision of what I was doing with my life or where I wanted to go, I felt a little bit lost and sort of like I was just wandering all over the place, or had a harder time, actually, to be perfectly honest, with things not working out in the way that I wanted them to, or I was impatient and I wanted everything and I wanted it all right now. Well, when I was able to really put together a compelling vision for myself and my life and make that my number one top priority, then so many other things became so much more clear to me. And it was like I knew what step I was on the path to manifesting and creating my vision. So let's just say if I'm in a job I don't love, but I know that it's serving this greater vision, I would be okay with being there. If I didn't live in my dream house, it's like, that's okay. That's not my priority right now. Here's where I am on my steps and on my journey. Now, I've shared this with a couple of people, and they're like, well, how do you pick one thing? It's kind of hard. I want so many different things. True. However, when you get connected to the right vision for yourself, it is a vision that sort of makes everything else inevitable. It feeds into everything else in your life. So my vision right now is about success, full success in doing my work in the world. And I can see how everything else in my life is made easier from that and flows from that and brings me clarity about all these kinds of things, about the relationships I want to have, about where I want to live, about how I want to show up. And that as a compelling vision supports me and clarifies my choices and clarifies where I'm going in my life. Now, I used to have visions around some other things, like maybe I really want a relationship, or maybe I want to live in a beautiful home. And yet, it's like, until I got this other piece, those things didn't sort of feed into everything else. It's not like having the perfect relationship was going to inevitably feed into all of these different aspects of my life, whereas showing up in the world and being me fully and doing my work fully, just to me feeds into so many other things. So you can start to think about, what is really the vision that you want to have for your life? What is your number one top priority right now for yourself that would make so much more inevitable and possible for you? And how would that change how you're showing up, what you're doing, what you're choosing, how you're functioning? Would you be making the same choices, or would you be shifting and changing things to help you get to where you truly want to be going? So I invite you, just if you don't really have a clue, then just start brainstorming. Just invite that vision to come to you. Invite that information to show up in your life. And it can be a process and a refinement process, but you want to start to really look at, what is that thing that you are here for? What is your number one vision and priority for your life? And can you line up then all of your energy, your resources, your thoughts, your choices, and your actions to creating the vision of what you desire? And if you say no to that, if you feel like, no, can't commit, don't want to line up all of those things to that vision, then maybe you don't have the right vision. It needs to be just adjusted just a little. So today and every day, I align all of my energy, resources, thoughts, choices, and actions to creating the life and living and desire I am willing and committed to doing whatever it takes to create abundant wealth and success through doing my unique work in the world. What's your vision? What's your goal? What's your commitment?